Alzheimer's SNP chip test. Alzheimer's is a progressive disease that destroys someone's memory and other necessary mental functions in the brain. It can start as mild confusion and trouble remembering. Eventually, Alzheimer's disease could progress into somebody developing intense personality changes and extensive memory loss. Alzheimer's is the sixth leading cause of death in the U.S. About 5.7 million Americans have Alzheimer's, and this number is expected to rise to nearly 14 million by 2050. Since Alzheimer's is mostly genetically based, risk of developing this disease increases if more than one family member has it. One can develop either early or late onset, and there are 13 genes that affect the development of Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is caused by brain cell death. The APOE4 variant causes brain tissue to build up and lead to the death of neurons, which can lead to Alzheimer's disease. Labeled as RS429358, this gene produces a polypoprotein E, which combines fats to make molecules called lipoproteins. The mutant version causes clumps of fats called amyloid plaques in the brain tissue to build up, which can lead to the death of neurons. TREM2 variation affects the development of the disease the most. It causes brain inflammation, which can cause nerve cell connections to be faulty, which can lead to the development of Alzheimer's disease. Labeled as RS75932628. This variation encodes for triggering receptors expressed on myeloid cells and reduces the brain's response to inflammation.
The SNP chip test is designed to detect 13 genetic variations that could code for the disease. The SNP chip would be beneficial to detect if someone has the APOE4 variation. The homozygous APOE4-CC variation has a 15 times higher risk of developing Alzheimer's. Homozygous TREM2-TT and heterozygous CT also pose significant risk. Due to these factors, people would want to take the test to know if they have any of these specific variations. Genetic mutations are not always the cause of Alzheimer's disease. Even if the gene variant is present, there may be environmental effects that cause the disease. External sources such as poor social stress, low intellectual activity, head trauma, or an unhealthy lifestyle have also been shown to result in Alzheimer's. A SNP chip would not be able to test for these factors because they would not be changing a gene. There is no cure for Alzheimer's disease, so someone knowing they suffer from this could cause emotional hardship and affect certain family decisions made later on in life. Also, health insurance can rise in price if the insurance company is aware that someone is at risk of developing this disease. Alzheimer's can also affect someone's eligibility for certain forms of insurance. Knowing the financial and emotional needs of Alzheimer's would be beneficial to help plan for the future if someone you know is susceptible to develop this disease.